Hello, Happy New Year. Today I'm speaking to you from our Idaho Falls product store. With so many preferred members right here in Idaho Falls, we actually have an exclusive Melaleuca store to serve our local members and our 1,500 employees who are all avid Melaleuca customers. As you know, over the past several years, Melaleuca has experienced phenomenal growth. The secret behind our success is our unbelievably effective products that are unlike anything in the marketplace. When we started Melaleuca 35 years ago, our vision was to make wellness products that would be environmentally friendly, healthier, safer to use, and still outperform the national brands. Now I know that was a bold initiative. It was particularly bold coming from a little startup company in Idaho Falls, Idaho. But the reason I thought we could accomplish this goal is because we saw a huge void forming in the area of consumer products. The national brands were moving to cheaper synthetics with high margins but with little regard to the impact on people's health or the environment. Synthetics were all the rage. The leading laundry and home cleaning brands were selling cleaning products loaded with phosphates and toxins of all types that were poisoning our streams, our lakes, and our oceans. Even the air was becoming polluted. Asthma, eczema, allergies, and respiratory problems of all types were on the rise. Cancer, Alzheimer's, and dementia were also on the increase. Now, no studies had ever been done to determine what impact that those toxic ingredients had on these conditions. Also, poison control centers were then and are still today receiving hundreds of calls daily from frantic parents whose toddlers had played with and drunk some of these poisons. And industry's unbelievable solution? Child-proof caps. And hope their children can't figure out how to open the bottle. Back then we saw a need for wellness products. Healthier, safer, and more effective, using nature as our guide. When we started, being green was not fashionable. We were the first truly green company. No one was using natural ingredients because they were simply too expensive. And yes, we knew that natural ingredients would be more expensive. But we thought that by cutting out some of the middlemen and not wasting money on advertising, we could still potentially offer far superior products at reasonable prices. And we adopted that motto as our founding axiom. Exceptional products at reasonable prices. That was the goal. We started out small with just 8 products, most of them based on a natural oil from Australia that we introduced to America, Melaleuca oil. And soon we found many other natural ingredients that had amazing benefits. Expensive ingredients, but with amazing results. And as time went on, we found phenomenal scientists who had compelling focus in natural products. Many of them had worked previously for some of the national brands and had become frustrated with the direction that those companies were going. They were appalled at the amount of water and other fillers that they'd been forced to add to the products by their previous employer just to fill up the bottle of cleaning products. They were appalled at the extra plastic used to make huge bottles that would just be thrown away and become part of the environmental problem. Those scientists joined their passion to ours to endeavor to produce superior, safer, natural-oriented wellness products that also protect the environment. They were excited to find a company that would now listen to them and value their passion for preserving nature. Now, 35 years later, with the help of our own scientists and countless numbers of universities, doctors, scientists, and experts, we've been blessed with an unbelievable number of unprecedented discoveries that have secured dozens of patents using nature as our guide to produce over 450 wellness products. Now, when we say wellness products, we don't mean just nutritional products. No, we mean much more than that. If you don't think that the products that you put on your skin, keep under your sink, wash your clothes with, or clean your home with don't have anything to do with wellness, well, then you're really misinformed. Recent global studies have hammered this truth home and have revealed that the cleaning products that are sold every day in Walmart and grocery store chains can do more damage to the average family than smoking a pack of cigarettes every day. For the past 35 years, Melaleuca has been working on the solution. Environmentally friendly, safer, more effective, and much higher quality products than anything else in the marketplace, with a little bit of nature in every product. The more informed and educated the consumer is, the more they're going to want Melaleuca products. And because people want to live longer, more vibrant lives, our products are in high demand all over the world. When I say that our products are far better than anything in the marketplace, I suppose I should be a little more specific. To be clear, there are a tiny handful that are not really any better than the competitors. Now, why would Melaleuca produce a product that is no better than the competition? Well, our internal guidelines are that we will not make a product unless we can make it significantly better than the competition. The only exception to that rule would be if we can make it a product of equal quality and sell it for less. And with some products, the government stipulates to us exactly what formula we and our competitors must use for a specific purpose. And because the government stipulates how we manufacture over-the-counter drugs, for example, those products would not necessarily be considered natural. We have a handful of those that we carry specifically simply to save our customers money. So in the spirit of accuracy, we have a tiny handful of products that we cannot claim are better than our competitors. They just cost less. But we have hundreds of products of our own formulation that are substantially better than anything out there. Now let's talk about our bread and butter products, which are what I call our jaw droppers. Jaw droppers are life-changing, one of a kind, astonishing, far superior, exclusive to Melaleuca. There's nothing like them out there. These are the products that bring people flocking to Melaleuca. They are the ones that thrust us far ahead of the competition. They are the ones that have created our phenomenal growth. We have tons of jaw droppers, but let me talk to you about just a couple. Soluguard Botanical. What a breakthrough. The world's first all-natural, totally safe, highly effective household disinfectant. Registered with the EPA to kill 99.9% of all household germs and bacteria. It's made entirely of food-grade ingredients and powered by the herb thyme and the same natural citric acid found in lemons and oranges. It's food grade. Therefore, there are none of the horrifying warnings that you find on every single one of our competitors' disinfectants. What's the wisdom in using one of our competitors' products that does effectively kill the germs, but adds poisons to your countertop that you would never want to ingest? You wouldn't dare use those products to disinfect an area in your own kitchen and then lay food on top of it. What's the sense in that? You just killed all of the germs, but you added poisons to your countertop that might cause you more harm than the bacteria you just killed. That's why the USDA requires warnings on the label to never do that. Soluguard requires no such warnings. Soluguard Botanical is extremely effective and very safe. With all the bacteria and viruses lurking in our homes today, every single kitchen and every bathroom needs to have this product. It's the first food-grade disinfectant. It was invented by Melaleuca scientists and is protected by 2 U.S. patents. People can buy it only at Melaleuca.com, and every home needs it. It's a perfect example of a Melaleuca jaw dropper. Now, here's another jaw dropper. Safe and Mighty Toilet Bowl Cleaner. People want clean toilets, but almost every single toilet bowl cleaner in the marketplace today is deadly poison. More children are poisoned with toilet bowl cleaners than any other household product. Melaleuca scientists found a safe, extremely effective solution, powered by biodegradable, natural cleansers found in lemons and oranges and sugar beets, combined with thyme oil. If you have children, why in the world would you risk keeping those deadly poisons under your sink in your bathroom when it could actually be fatal for your children? Every household needs this product. It's another jaw dropper. Solumel, based on melaleuca oil and natural alcohol. It enables you to mix melaleuca oil and water. You can develop your own ratio of water and make an unbelievably effective cleaner that works as a solvent against some of the most stubborn materials. Magic marker, permanent ink, road tar, chewing gum, paint spills, fingernail polish. Other cleaners that will handle these tough jobs are horribly toxic. But Solumel is totally safe, totally natural, and highly effective. There's nothing like it anywhere. We have tons of jaw droppers. Our patented mineral delivery technology, called Oligo, treats minerals in the same way that plants treat minerals and makes minerals much more absorbable and therefore delivers better, measurable results that no other company has ever been able to come close to. The Peak Performance Pack now has 4 human studies that document its vast superiority over all the competition in nutritional supplements. It truly can change your life. The list of jaw droppers goes on. Provex CV, Phytomega, Florify, Replenish Extra Strength, Omega-3 Cream Delight, FiberWise, GC Control, Sustain Sport, the Access Bar, Tooth Polish, our entire family of French milled luxury glycerin bars, including, of course, the Gold Bar, Melapower, Pre-Spot, Melabrite, Tough and Tender, Tub and Tile, and the list goes on and on. Jaw droppers, many of them life changers. Nothing like them anywhere. We're so far ahead of the marketplace. Some companies are trying to catch up, but we're too far ahead. In order to establish the superiority of our products over the competition, we do constant head-to-head evaluations with all the major brands. And how are we doing with our goal of producing not only more effective products, but also safer products? Here's a fact that should amaze you. Of course, as a precaution, Melaleuca carries product liability insurance. But I'm proud to announce that after being in business for 35 years and selling billions of bottles of cleaning products and other consumer products around the world, our insurance company has never had to pay one single penny in product liability claims. Not one single cent. Sure, thousands of kids have taste tested our products. But when their parents called the poison control centers, these centers set the parents' minds at ease. There has never been a single serious consequence of any child drinking any Melaleuca product. Unfortunately, there were over 40,000 bleach-related poisonings last year in the United States alone. It's time for people to discover Melaleuca. And Melaleuca is being discovered. We take over 20,000 customers away from our competitors every single month in the United States and Canada alone. Some of these companies are scrambling to catch up. Natural products and going green are now the new idea. A few new companies have followed our example and tried to do natural products. Every single natural products company that has gotten any traction in the last couple of decades has been purchased by the national brands. Clorox purchased Burt's Bees. Colgate-Palmolive bought Tom's of Maine. Unilever purchased 7th Generation just 3 years ago. And just 2 years ago, P&G purchased Native. Those natural brands are now experiencing alarming internal changes while trying to maintain this facade of still being natural. What about Melaleuca? Do you think somebody's going to buy us out someday? Not a chance in the world. Every month I get 3 or 4 offers from investment firms and large corporations asking to enter into some kind of dialogue with them to help them invest or purchase Melaleuca. That's been going on for years. I simply hit the delete button and then hit block sender. We're not interested. We believe in our mission. More wealth is of no interest to us. We're involved in a higher mission, enhancing lives. And I've arranged that if anything happens to me, this company will be controlled by our management team and will never go public or be sold to third parties. Now, Melaleuca is in a very unique place in the market. We have a 35-year head start in the rest of the marketplace, and even if they wanted to copy us, they couldn't. They can't catch us. We're moving too rapidly. We're not resting on our laurels, and we have lots of opportunity in front of us. But today we're not going to focus on those things that we're going to do. We're going to focus on something much more important. We're going to focus on those things that we already have in our toolbox, specifically our jaw droppers. No one else has them, and everyone needs them. And you can find them only at Melaleuca. And we're counting on you to tell the world.